even to this day. It could be that the house of Yehuda hears all the evil which I plan to bring upon them, so that each one turns back from his evil way, and I shall pardon their crookedness and their sins. And Yirmiyahu called Baruch son of Neriah, and Baruch wrote on the scroll of the mouth of Yirmiyahu all the words of Yahweh which he has spoken to him. And Yirmiyahu commanded Baruch, saying, I am shut up, I am unable to enter the house of Yahweh, but you shall enter, and shall read from the scroll which you have written from my mouth the words of Yahweh in the hearing of the people in the house of Yahweh on the day of fasting, and also read them in the hearing of all Yehuda which come from their cities. It could be that they present their supplications before Yahweh, and they turn back, each one from his evil way. For great is the displeasure and the wrath that Yahuwah has spoken against his people. And Barak, son of Neriah, Neriah, did according to all that Yirmiyahu the prophet commanded him, reading from the book of Yahweh in the house of Yahweh. And it came to be in the 5th year of Yehoiakim, son of Yoshiyahu, sovereign of Yehuda, in the 9th new moon, they called a fast before Yahweh. All the people in Jerusalem, all the people came from the cities of Yehuda in Jerusalem. And Barak read from the book of the words of Yirmiyahu in the house of Yahweh, in the room of Jeremiah, son of Shaphat, the scribe, in the upper courtyard at the entry of the new gate in the house of Yahweh, hearing of all the people.
And Mikayahu, son of Jemara, Jemariah, son of Saphan, heard all the words of Yahweh from the book. And then he went down to the sovereign's house and to the scribe's room. There all the heads were sitting. Elishama, the scribe, and Delayahu, son of Shemayahu, Elnathan, son of Akbar, and Jemarayahu, son of Saphan, and Sidkiyahu, son of Hananyahu, and all the heads. And Micaiah he told them all the words which he heard when Baruch read the book in the hearing of the people. And all the heads sent Yehudi, son of Nethanyahu, son of Shemelia, Shalem, Shalemyahu, son of Cushi, to Baruch, saying, take in your hand the scroll from which ye have read in the hearing of the people, and come. So Baruch, son of Neriyahu, took the scroll in his hand,
Bonnie
and
Hill.
came to them. Hold on, I'm entered.
Little Killapoo.
Hold on, I'm entered.
Like, actually, I actually deleted Call of Duty. I re-downloaded it. Can I get my account back?
Yeah, you can. You just gotta log into your account.
Oh.
Hold on. I'll talk to you in a little bit after church.
Yeah, we're in Bible study, man. You might have to make the party invite only or something.
No, I did.
Uh,
Crust through all of that invite stuff.
So Baruch, son of Neriah, he took the scroll down in his hand and came to them. And they said to him, sit down, please, and read it in our hearing. Then Baruch read it in their hearing. And it came to be, when they had heard all the words, that they looked at each other in fear, and said to Baruch, we are certainly going to report all these words to the sovereign. And they asked Baruch, saying, please explain to us, how did you write all these words from his mouth? And Baruch answered them, from his mouth. He spoke all these words to me. and I wrote them with ink in the book. And the head said to Baruch, "Go, hide, you and Yirmiyahu, and let no one know where you are." And they went to the sovereign into the court, but they put the scroll in the room of Elishama, the scribe, and told all the words in the hearing of the sovereign. The sovereign therefore sent Yehudi to bring the scroll, and he took it from the room of Elishama, the scribe, and Yehudi read it in the hearing of the sovereign, and in the hearing of all the heads standing beside the sovereign.
And the sovereign was sitting in the winter house in the ninth moon, with a fire burning on the hearth before him. Then it came to be, when Yehudi had read three of the four columns, that the sovereign cut it with the scribe's knife, and threw it into the fire that was on the hearth, until the entire scroll was burned in the fire that was on the hearth. Yet the sovereign and all his servants who heard all these words were not afraid, nor did they tear their garments. Moreover, Elnathan and Deliahu and Jeremiah pleaded with the sovereign not to burn the scroll, but he did not listen to them. And the sovereign commanded Yerahmeel, son of the sovereign, and Serayahu, son of Ezriel, and Shelemiah, son of Abdiel, to seize Baruch, the scribe, and the Yirmiyahu, the prophet, but Yahweh had hid them. And after the sovereign had burned the scroll with the words which Baruch had written from the mouth of Yirmiyahu, the word of Yahweh came to Yirmiyahu, saying, "Take another scroll, and write on it all the former words that were in the first scroll, which Jehoiakim, sovereign of Yehuda, has burned. And say to Jehoiakim, sovereign of Yehuda, Thus said Yahweh, You have burned this scroll, saying, Which why have you written in it that the sovereign of Babel is certainly coming to destroy this land, and cause man and beast to cease from here? Therefore, thus said Yahweh concerning Jehoiakim, sovereign of Yehuda, he shall have no one to sit on the throne of David, and his dead body is to be thrown out to the heat of the day and the frost of the night, and I shall punish him and his seed and his servants for their crookedness, and I shall bring on them and on the inhabitants of Jerusalem and on the men of Yehuda all the evil I have spoken against them, but they did not listen. So Yirmiyahu took another scroll and gave it to Baruch the scribe, son of Neriyahu, who wrote on it from the mouth of Yirmiyahu all the words of the book which Jehoiakim, sovereign of Yehuda, had burned in the fire, and many similar words were added to them.
Uh, Before we jump into it, man, I want to say I appreciate y'all for making the time for this, right? Because once again, we're not pressured to do this. This is a soul, I mean, food for the soul more so.
Yeah, yeah, I'm pressured to do this every day. No, I'm kidding.
But I mean, not but. So to put that, to put a pin in that. So now I'm seeing Yirmiyahu. I see like I get how we could create a Star Wars, or I get how we can create um like a trilogy, like because this book alone is super heavy. Because we're thinking, okay, yeah, we it's simple to us because we get it, guys. Stop doing this. Most High don't make it hard, right? Just live as as he has it. Like there's ways to lend to your brother, right? There's ways to lend to a stranger. There's times and dates like there's the Most High is even in your finances, right? Seek that out.
Mm.
Don't go to Chemosh or Molech and don't start doing this queer weird stuff. Like this is not for you. This is not for you. There's there's ample amount of information you can get in there, and it's not hard. We're not asking you to kill kids. We're not asking you to sell your soul. We're not asking you to bend over and let somebody penetrate. Just live righteously. And even then, if you guys sin and realize your repentance, I mean, if you guys repent, I said it backwards. If you guys repent and realize your sin, yeah, you can come back because you realize what you did wrong and you can teach others. You can don't do that. Like it didn't work, right? Selling my kid, killing my kid just to get a new car wasn't worth it, right? Like beating up somebody because pride or ego, it was just didn't. My hands like it just didn't fit, right? So when they talk about it, this new way we're gonna be, there's so many ways that we were that just didn't work.
Mm.
So in this particular segment, right, it's like he's on the run. Yirmiyahu's on the run, but he's still charged to getting the word out back home. Like this is guys. If you don't stop what you're doing, Babylon is sure. Don't think you can do it. Don't think, oh, you're gonna stop. Like if you use it today, and I don't want to use it today's time because we got to get there, right? They were leaders. They were the ruling class, right? Like
Mm.
we have to think about it as they were in. Like all we could do now is thinking, okay, Trump's family or Biden's or whatever ruling family now got to deal with the energy of the Most High because they have to. There's no way around it. You know
Mm.
what I'm saying? Even in the enemies, even in the people that's coming to oppress them, it's spirited by the Most High. They have a time. So it's always a test on you, young shepherds. What are we going to do? And the answer, the choice is clear. We stick with the Most High. We ride out with the Most High. But for those of us, and we'll see them, those of us that think that, oh man, I can figure this out on my own. I got this. Oh man, Jesus said I'm good, man. It's whatever. You know what? The football guys, cam guy, basketball guys, whomever. But it's not of the Most High. He has his ways. It's a kingdom he's putting here, and to keep it clear, the high priestess, the king priest, right? Y'all want to call him Yahuwah? Y'all want to call him Jesus? It's an energy. It's an entity and a title. Just like we're filled with energy, we're entity, and we have our little. There's nothing compared to that will allow for us to be chosen to be part of that kingdom based on living in these laws. Like we're already here. So
Mm.
the evil ways is thinking that you're always right. The evil ways are, oh, you got this, or hey, I'm gonna do this to get that. But it's just, especially if you're chosen to lead. Big.
What I got from this was once they burned the scroll that Yirmiyahu, like, his words was on, that Yahweh told him, as soon as they burned it, Yahweh went to Yirmiyahu and said, bruh, we need to make another one, bruh. They messed it up. So it's like, if something important is missing or is getting ruined, Yahweh will make a way to perfect it for next time so it can't get ruined.
Right, big. Auto correct it. He corrects it. Just automatically. Shoot.
I'm soaking that one in.
On to the next one. All right. Each one of us will have 7. Guys ready? And here we go.
Take it away, gentlemen.
and the sovereign, Siskiyahu, son of Yoshiyahu, reigned instead of Yonkayahu, son of Yo- Jehoiakim, who, whom Nebuchadnezzar, sovereign of Babel, set up to reign in the land of Yehuda. But neither nor his servant nor the people of the land had listened to the words of Yahweh, which he spoken by the prophet Yirmiyahu. And Sisek, Sisek, Sisketga, and
Sidkiyahu.
and Siskiyahu, the sovereign of Yehukal, son of Shemelyamah, and the priest of Zephaniahu, son of Manasseh, the prophet of Yirmiyahu, saying, please pray to Yahweh our Elohim for us. Now Yirmiyahu was still coming and going amongst the people, for they had not yet put him in prison. Meanwhile, Pharaoh's army had set out from Mizraim, and when the Cassim, who were besieging Jerusalem, heard news of them, they withdrew from Jerusalem. And the words of Yahweh came to Yirmiyahu the prophet, saying, thus says Yahweh, the Elohim of Israel, say to this the sovereign of Yehuda, who sent you to me to inquire of me, see, Pharaoh army which has come up to help you shall turn back to Mizraim, to their own land.
And the Casdim shall return and fight against the city, and take it and burn it with fire. Thus said Yahweh, do not deceive yourselves, saying, the Casdim shall go away from us, for they do not go. For though you had stricken the entire army of the Casdim who are fighting against you, and there remained only wounded men among them, they would get up, each man in his tent, and burn the city with fire. It came to be, when the army of the Casdim left the siege of Jerusalem for fear of Pharaoh's army, that Yirmiyahu went out of Jerusalem to go into the land of Benjamin. He would see his portion there in the midst of the people. And it came to be, as he was in the gate of Benjamin, a master of the guard was there, whose name was Uriah, son of Shelemiah, son of Hananiah. He sees Yirmiyahu, the prophet, saying, you are deserted to the Casdim. But Yirmiyahu said, it is a lie. I am not deserting to the Casdim. But he did not listen to him. And Uriah seized Yirmiyahu and brought him to the heads.
The heads were wroth with Yirmiyahu, and struck him, and put him in prison in the house of Jehonathan, the scribe. For they had made that for a prison. When Yirmiyahu had entered into the dungeon and into the cells, then Yirmiyahu remained there many days. Then Sidkiyahu, the sovereign, sent and took him out. And the sovereign asked him secretly in his house, and said, is there any word from Yahweh? And Yirmiyahu said, there is. And he said, you are given into the hand of the sovereign of Babel. And Yirmiyahu said to Sidkiyahu, the sovereign, what have I sinned against you, and against your servants, and against this people, that you have put me into prison? Where are your prophets who prophesied to you, saying, the sovereign of Babel is not coming against you or against this land? But now, please hear, my master, the sovereign, please let my petition be accepted before you. Do not make me return to the house of Jehonathan the scribe, lest I die there. Sidkiyahu, the sovereign, then commanded Yirmiyahu to be placed in the court of the guard, so that they should give him daily a piece of bread from the baker's street, till all the bread in the city was gone. So Yirmiyahu remained in the court of the guard.
Wow, this, I mean, I'm picking it up, And I don't want to say I must stop saying Star Wars because it's not. They're just simple. Like the way this is playing out, like I'm getting back there. Like there's armies coming through. Like there's fake outs. Like okay, this army's coming. Nope, this army's coming. Nope, this army's coming. Oh, but this army definitely coming. You don't change your ways. And you can see the people on ground like, wait a minute, we gotta deal with this people and that people. Don't put that you you scaring our people. We got these little minor wars we gotta fight. Are you a spy? Like, what's going on? Okay, you know what? Tell us what the Most High is saying. Like, all right, you can't go back there. But stay here, man. Let's just keep him. He's a man of the Most High. Like, wow, let's just keep him away from the people or something. Like, here goes some bread, so we don't get in trouble with the Most High. Like, we're not in prison, but you kind of, sort of is. Like, you're being detained. It's all it has everything in it. Like it's a story waiting to be told. Like these stories are stories and the stories waiting to be told. And it just builds up to a greater story. It's just wild to me on that level.
Yeah, it's crazy. He be
You
Yahweh
take us.
be giving
Go
out
ahead.
foresight to everything, but the people
Everything,
don't
right?
want
Like
to listen.
it's just how big this. Like I'm taking it in, but it's like I'm taking it in the macro. Before I was taking it in a micro, like inside their hearts, inside these people's chests. But the macro now is like, look at um Yirmiyahu, the 31st chapter, the 7th verse, right? It says, thus says Yahuwah, the Elohim of Israel, say to the sovereign of Yehuda, who who sent me who sent you to me to inquire of me. See, Pharaoh's army, which has come up to help you, shall turn back the Mizraim to their own land. This is a massive movement. Like looking at it on a small thing, like it's people that was coming to help you, like hooray! To like they're not like ah man. That's like saying, oh, we getting attacked by Russia. What? Oh, we could be. Okay, that's not good. But France is coming to help us. Hooray! No, they're not. Oh, who is France anyway? Like I mean, like it's just a weird. What is happening? Like, and this guy is Yemiyahu's being detained because he's speaking the truth directly from the mouth. His truth is being put in his heart by Yahweh or Elohim. So so like that's what I'm saying. Like that will kind of be like the force for them. If they don't want to say that's where that came from, right? If they're sugarcoating the truth. But if we're just telling this story, if we can just put this story out, it won't need us to change anything. It's dope on its own. But when you see what these people will look like, you see who they would be, yeah, that may change certain image of people that you classify as black or African American, or people that you classify as melanated people.
Mm.
But this is what we had on us. Like it was a movie, I think, Dragon Things. It doesn't matter the color. It really doesn't. It does, but it doesn't, because then you'll be able to tell the distinction of the tribe when it comes. Distinction of, I mean, if we are living in it in our lifetime, we'll understand what the Messiah will look like, our lead will look like. There's a lot of battles that goes on this side, but we're nowhere near it at time. But at least our children's children will be in tune.
Mm.
Shoot.
I'm sucking that one in.
All right, on to the next one. So two people have nine, one person will have 10.
Yep, that's correct.
Get my 9 out the way.
Eh.
And Chef Chef at Chef at Yahoo, son of Mata, the and G, Jed, Jedaliahu, son of Pashur, and Yukal, son of Shemlemyahu, and Pashur, son of Malkiah, heard the words which Yirmiyahu has spoken to all the people, saying, Thus says Yahweh, he who remains in this city shall die by the sword, by scarcity of food, by pestilence. But whoever goes off to the Cassim shall live, and his life shall be a prize to him, and he shall live. Thus says Yahuwah, this city is certainly given into the land of the sovereign of Babel's army, and he shall take it. Then the heads said to the sovereign, Please let this man be put to death, because he's weakening the hands of the men of battle who are left in the city, and the hands of all the people, by speaking such words to them. But this man does not speak the peace of the people, but the evil. And Sidyaku, the sovereign, said, Look, he is in your hands, for the sovereign is unable to do any matters against you. And they took Yirmiyahu, and they threw him into the dungeon of Malachyahu, the sovereign son, which was in the court of the guard. And they left Yirmiyahu down with ropes. And in the dungeons there was no water, but mud. So Yirmiyahu sank in the mud. And Ebel, Ebel, Ebemelech, the Cushite, one of the eunuchs who was in the sovereign's house, heard that they had put Yirmiyahu in the dungeon, and the sovereign was sitting at the gates of Benjamin. Benjamin.
Y- Yeah, two more.
Benjamin. I got two more?
Yeah, it's none.
Oh, I'm tripping. My fault, my fault, my fault.
Take it
That's
away.
all right. I'll take it all back. I'll take it all back. That's all right.
Eh.
No, don't laugh at me, big. Don't laugh. No, don't do it. I was going to take away food, but no small. And go. And Ebenemelech came from the sovereign's house and spoke to the sovereign, saying, My master, the sovereign, these men have done evil in all they have done to Yirmiyahu the prophet, whom they have done thrown in the dungeon, and he is likely to die from hunger in the place where he is, but there's no more bread in the city.
The sovereign commanded Ebed-Melech the Cushite, saying, Take 30 men from here with you, and lift Yirmiyahu the prophet out of the dungeon before he dies. So Ebed-Melech took the men with him, and went into the house of the sovereign under the treasury. He took old clothes and old rags from there, and let them down by ropes into the dungeon to Yirmiyahu. Ebed-Melech the Cushite said to Yirmiyahu, Please put these old clothes and rags under your armpits, under the robes. And Yirmiyahu did so. And they pulled Yirmiyahu out with ropes and threw him out of the dungeon. Yirmiyahu remained in the court guard. Then Sidkiyahu, the sovereign, sent and had Yirmiyahu the prophet brought to him at the third entrance of the house of Yahweh. And the sovereign of Yirmiyahu, and the sovereign said to Yirmiyahu, I am asking you a matter. Do not hide a matter from me. And Yirmiyahu said to Sidkiyahu, If I declare it to you, shall you not put me to death? And if I give you advice, shall you not listen to me? But Sidkiyahu, the sovereign, swore secretly to Yirmiyahu, saying, As Yahweh lives, you made us his life. I did not put you to death, nor do I give you into the hand of these men who seek your life. And Yirmiyahu said to Sidkiyahu, Thus said Yahweh, the Elohim of hosts, the Elohim of Israel, if you do indeed surrender to the head of the sovereign of Babel, then your being shall live, and the city not be burned with fire, and you and your house shall live. If you do not surrender to the head of the sovereign of Babel, then this city shall be given into the hand of the Casdim. They shall burn it with fire, and you shall not escape from their hand.
Then Sidkiyahu, the sovereign, said to Yirmiyahu, I am afraid of Yehudim, who have gone over to the Casdim, lest they give me into their hand and they maltreat me. But Yirmiyahu said, they shall not hand you over. Please obey the voice of Yahweh, which I speak to you, and let it be well with you, and your life spared. But if you refuse to surrender, this is the word that Yahweh has shown me. Then, see, all the women who are left in the sovereign of Yehuda's house shall be surrendered to the heads of the sovereign of Babel. And see, they are saying, your close friends have set upon you and prevailed against you. Your feet have sunk in the mire. They have turned away again, and they are going to surrender all your wives and children to the Casdim. And you yourself shall not escape from their hand, but be taken by the hand of the sovereign of Babel, and this city shall be burned with fire. Then Sidkiyahu said to Yirmiyahu, let no one know of these words, and you shall not die. But if the heads hear that I have spoken with you, and they come to you and say to you, declare to us now what you have said to the sovereign, and also what the sovereign said to you, do not hide it from us, and we do not put you to death. Then you shall say to them, I presented my petition before the sovereign, not to send me back to the house of Jonathan to die there. And all the heads came to Yirmiyahu and asked him, and he informed them according to all these words that the sovereign had commanded. They said no more to him, but the matter was not heard. So Yirmiyahu remained in the court of the guard until the day that Jerusalem was taken, and he was there when Jerusalem was taken.
Wow, guys, this I see where Tolkien and all they're getting it from scripture, like Lord of the Rings, the Book of Fire, like it's coming to, and so I think the Most High is coming to me now. It's a nation. One nation is coming to attack and take it over. Then there's a threat of another. It's like he rolled up such a dice for the children of Yasharal to understand it's my way. If you think it's you gonna do it, you're gonna get attacked from every way. These people are starving. There's no more bread there. They're in the king's court. Like the only reason we know about the king's court is writing this down. When they say he was out with the people, like there's scribes in the king's court. There's like things happen in the White House. Somebody's writing it down. Right? They're like, what do we do? The customs are coming. You talking about give ourselves to Babylon? You've been talking about this since the beginning of this war. You the one that got our men all weak and nervous, don't want to fight in the first place. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so much things going on, so much complexities. And it's like you as the kings, guys, you don't see where you brought it upon yourself. There was very few of you, Hezekiah, Asa. It was very few of you on that side that came back. The other side completely left. But guys, these were the things that was holding it down. When the high priest, the priestly king, and the king of the people come together under the Most High, you can't go wrong. But you can't, people, some of you high priests, what are you teaching the people? So yeah, these people are wicked. Yeah, they got these old things, and it's when we understand that these are old beings still coming back, right? Like the gods of Mizraim didn't go nowhere. Why do you think they're communicating with them? I think there's a like-mindedness. Like that's us saying, like I like goth music. Oh, word, yeah, but that's a chant for something, right? Like we see it this day, but it's not so pronounced. They're trying to resurrect it. Oh, witches. Where did y'all get witches from? From the past. These were where they were mediums for these beings. We already know that story. But you guys are keep on going down that path. And all the Most High is asking you is to repent and turn away. At any point, this could stop, y'all. Right? Matter of fact, it's over for you guys because this is such a coveted land. All these other nations want it. Now that there ain't nobody that run it, just capitulate. and go to Babel. If you do, you still keep your family. I'll keep you straight. But now you can't sit here anymore. If you sit here, I'm telling you, it's going to be your children's children, all them burning corpse. They're going to be dead. Anybody sitting in this throne, I don't want you there in this throne of David. I will put a new person there. But right now, I'm fed up with you guys. Take your punishment. And there's still no humility in some of our kings. There's still no humbleness. Like, you know what? I'm doing this for the people. Let me okay. Everybody's gonna have, oh, not in my reign. Oh, no, I'm going to keep it. I'm going to consult with the Baphomet Oracle, Johnny Go Good, whatever, Zeus, Athenian, whatever thing that worked for those Greeks or things that works for Egyptian. Greeks wasn't even here yet, really. Not on that level. So this is, man. I I watch those Star Wars. I grew up with. I watch those movies because of compelling stories. This is the like, and they try to hide. It's crazy. They try to take scripture away from us. But yeah, not no more. I'm sorry. I ran on a tangent. Big. I digress. Wow.
Yahweh tried to save him. Said if you go to the Kasdim and surrender, you'll live. If not, you'll die. They ain't want to listen.
It's like, okay, so backing you up, Big. Uh, the book of Yirmiyahu, the 23rd chapter. I mean, the 38th chapter, 28th verse, 23rd verse. Forgive me. It states, and they are going to surrender all your wives and children to the Cassim, and you yourself shall not escape from their hand, but be taken by the hand of the sovereign of Babel, and this city shall be burned with fire. Like, look how the mix up. Like, this is just in the words. Like, this is what's good. It's a prophecy in that time. Like, and it happened. It's and they're like, yo, come on, man. This prophecy is hurting us, man. It's ruining our record sales, man. Come on, man. It's ruining the stock market, man. You hurt, man. Come on, man. Oh, with this stuff again, man. Come on,
My,
okay,
my
man. Whatever.
reputation as a warrior.
You know what I'm saying? It's like no, it's like our reputation as a nation. All right, outside of the United States right now, the reputation of the United States is taking a bloodbath. Right, Biden, this, that, there, whatever the case may be. Like, it's taking a bloodbath. Like, we're not the world leaders anymore. People don't really care, even in social. Like, there's certain things they're taking away from. Right, like now instead of our music, our culture, they got Afro beats, right, that come from Africa. You know what I mean? Like, they show African what, right? They flaunt that because that's a brand new heavy, brand new market for them that they can exploit. No problem, no problem, right? They bring this all up. They bring the states down, but everybody in the states don't know. Everybody's thinking the states think it's all about them. They become pompous. You know what I'm saying? They become big headed, right? But really, you're getting cooked. Guys don't even know you're getting cooked. Oh, now we want to have inner fights of we're gonna bring these fruity butt warriors. Now they taking over the noise just to keep us distracted,
Fruity
right?
Pebbles?
All of them, yeah, but I do, right? And but it's like, guys, are we missing the point? Like, as a nation, we need to go back straight if we were ever straight. Like, what do you stand for now? Where's your spiritual direction? Let's say, okay, fine. Let's say every city had a spiritual direction. What are you declaring these spiritual directions to? Oh, you're declaring it to some Masonic. Ah, that's not of the Most High. Matter of fact, I could trace that back to Mitzrayim. And if I go a little bit further, I could trace that back to Ur Kasem or where the fallen. I can even go back further than that, where they drowned the people that was doing this, that you're worshiping. They got rid of them. Like, what? Why are you trying to bring this back? Why? Talk. Why? Okay, so there's a little charge in it. Fine. What you're worried about with a little spark, a little kinetic energy, there's lightning. There's a living word, and you we it's been a competition for our attention since the garden. They'll send the women at you. The same old, same old. We gotta stay on our path. We gotta stay on our square, especially if we want to be in the kingdom. And then the next part, stay in there. Different when you can get in it. Way different energy when you could stay in it. I want to dominate, gentlemen, and I want to dominate in His Word. I want to be there when our time comes, and the strength and the discipline and dedication, even the blessings. It's great, the coins, the little XPs in real life that we're getting just by certain honoring the Sabbath alone. So I can see some of the signs that He's putting forth. Not all, but some. And I see it more with the discernment and to hear from our forefathers what they did wrong. So we don't have to do it. But then follow the true voice of the one that will sit in the seat of Dawid and not getting caught up in all the strange noise. So we can't be like, okay, Jesus' birthday, and be like, where we're at the same time. Like, huh? We can't be on some old Santa Claus and Count Dracula and Cocoa Krispies as our like, what? You guys, wait, what? How'd you guys go backwards? Well, it was cool, and all the ladies, like me if I wear an ugly Christmas sweater. Got you, but it's a stick. Do you know you have the Most High? Yeah, man. No, I got it. I got it. Just an ugly Christmas sweater, man. Why are you tripping, man? You're always in my business, man. Just a sweater, man. All right, but it's the reason why you're doing the sweater thing, bruh. I'm telling you, I'm going to a party. Gonna be a bunch of women there, man. Okay, okay. And ugly sweater, get the women. There's nothing to it. Okay. Remember how Solomon fell? Oh, there you go again with this stuff again, every time. All right, brother. I hear you. So it's you gotta fight. It's your temptation and understanding where your attention goes and what you meditate on. Sorry to take away, gentlemen, but that this is heavy. This is heavy. 'Cause, I mean, one more thing I'm saying, even the sovereign of Babel, even though he got all his priestess, right, all his places that he conquered, he got all their experts, their spiritual experts, yada yada yada, right? He understands that he hears the voice of the Most High.
Mm.
You feel me? Like it's not until he starts to rebel and starts to think that he did it. But when you at war, when you being attacked and getting attacked, you gonna pray to everybody you can. Hey, somebody help me. It's that voice that's talking back. That's actually when you supplicate, that's actually guiding you and not setting you up, not tripping you up. But you may be in a position where you are Nebuchadnezzar, where you believe in just the Most High at that moment, and the people that under you, your power base, your the what's they call a machine, they believe in whatever. You may have to go out and blah blah blah, and then go back in and wash that off. Like, oof, it was hard. These guys are weirdos. Like, can you imagine us going to, like, there's gonna be a point we're gonna have to have a meeting in front of our staff and group, and they're gonna be trans people. Somebody gonna have like a robotic arm or something, start like that, like, oh hey, that was cool, man. I mean, it start with, oh, I need to fix my leg, but some people just gonna have weird stuff, and a man gonna act like he'll gonna fix himself to be a woman, and vice versa. Hey, we're gonna have a great quarter, guys. It's gonna be a great quarter. You guys are great. Build this company up. Thank you for your energy. Now let the party go on. And we're just gonna have to disappear because I don't want to party with y'all. I don't. Hey, we pay the budget. Hey, they got everything they need. Yeah. They got all the lubricants that they asked for. Hey, I don't even want to know. Okay, okay, fine. Ain't all the anal ease? Okay, all right. Gentlemen, I'm gone. I'm going to play some games. I'll see you out the house. You know what I'm saying? See you on the other side. I'm out of this party. Gonna be some lascivious behaviors going on here, man. I don't want no party. And slide because we're gonna be we're in our right mind. We're to lead those nations. And how you gonna be a leader if you don't know what the right way is? And it's not my way. It's not Big's way. It's not your way, Shoop. It's the way of the Most High. The way.
It's Yahweh.
All right, my man. All right. All right. All right. I love that. On to the next, gentlemen. Okay. Everybody going to have 7? No, 6. Sorry, I'm tripping. Yeah, I ain't want to say 666 out loud, man. My fault, man.
Still said it.
I did I.
You said it when you said you didn't want to say it.
I did not.
You
That's
wasn't
what I
even
heard.
gonna say it, then you
Don't
forced
let your
yourself to
lying
say
ears
it.
fool you, gentlemen. Don't let it. Take it away, clean rich. I'm kidding. Okay. In the 9th year of Tzidkiyahu, sovereign of Yehuda, in the 10th new moon, Nebuchadnezzar, sovereign of Babel, and all his army came against Jerusalem and besieged it. In the 11th year, Tzidki- Tzidkiyahu, in the 4th new moon, on the 9th day of the new moon, the city was broken into. Wow. So the 9th year. Dang it. Okay, I got it. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm doing the math. Okay, so that's almost in two. They probably took it on for 2 years. Okay, I'm gonna come back to that. And all the heads of the sovereign of Babel came in and sat in the middle gate. Negel, Negel, Negelasestra, Shamgar Nebo, Starskim, Starskim, Rabgaris, Nergalskeskar, Rambah, Rabmag, and all the rest of the heads of the sovereign of Babel. And it came to be when Sidkiyahu, the sovereign of Yehuda, and all the men of battle saw them, and they fled and left the city by night, by way of the sovereign's gate, by the gate between the two walls, and went out onto the desert plain. But the army of the Cassim pursued them and overtook Sidkiyahu in the desert plains of Jericho, and they captured him, and they brought him up to Nebuchadnezzar, sovereign of Babel, to Riblah, in the land of Hamath, where he spoke judgment on him. And the sovereign of Babel slew the son of.
Hello? Hello? Yeah. What the heck?
But Nebuzaradan, chief of the guard, left in the hand of Yehuda, the poor people, who had not whatever, and gave them vineyards and fields on the same day. And Nebuchadnezzar, wait, Nebuchadrezzar, the sovereign of Babel, gave a command concerning Yirmiyahu to Nebuzaradan, chief of the guard, saying, "Take him and look after him, and do no harm whatsoever to him, but do to him even as he shall speak to you."
And Nebuzaradan, chief of the guard, and Nebuchadnezzar, the Rabsaris, and Nergal-Sharezer, the Ramag, and all the sovereign of Babel's chief officers sent and had Yirmiyahu taken from the court of the guard, and gave him to Gedaliah, son of Ahikam, son of Shaphan, to take him home. And he dwelt among the people. And the word of Yahweh had come to Yirmiyahu while he was shut up in the court of the guard, saying, Go, and you shall speak to Ebed-melech the Cushite, saying, Thus said Yahweh of hosts, the Elohim of Israel, See, I am bringing my words upon this city for evil and not for good, and they shall be before you in that day, and I shall deliver you in that day, declares Yahweh, so that you are not given into the hand of the men of whom you are afraid. For I shall rescue you, and you shall not fall by the sword, but your life shall be as a prize to you, for you have put your trust in me, declares Yahweh.
Hallelujah. Amen. Well, they asked for it and they got it. He said, "You asked for it. Okay, here it comes." All right, sorry, it took me the time in the ninth year and 10th year, the fourth one, 10th one, maybe like 8 a year and maybe like 8 months or something like that. 10th year, whatever. They broke it. They broke it. Wow, and they even tell you all it has of the sovereign of Babel. They tell you all the generals that came in there. They even tell you the men that try to sneak out and they got attacked by the Kasims. Like, brought this all upon yourself. Like, proud, your pride, your foolishness. It's easy to point finger when we could do the same thing. It's that quick. It could happen any one of us.
Mm.
The part that hurt me was when they got, okay, you try to run away. Who was that? You try to run away, right? They got to him quick. All right, so we talking about Yirmiyahu, the 39th chapter, and the fifth and sixth verse says, But the army of the Kasim pursued them and overtook Sizkiyahu in the desert plains of Jericho, and captured him, and brought him up to Nebuchadnezzar, sovereign of Babel, to Riblah in the land of Hamath, where he spoke judgment on him. And the sovereign of Babel slew the sons of Sikyahu before his eyes in Riblah. The sovereign of Babel also slew all the nobles of Yehuda. I'm going to take one more down. And he put out the eyes of Sikyahu and bound him in bronze shackle to bring him to Babel. How cold blooded is that? That's the last thing you see. All of these people, all your nobles, all those people that was telling you we could do it. Don't worry about it. Ah, man, we the blood of. Ah, man, they don't know how great we are. Ah, we. See them all die. This was your crew that made you hard? That led you these people, that helped you lead these people astray? All right. Go tell the people, anybody that just go there, believe, because I'm going to go get them. It's not they'll just go capitulate to them. He's even saying it at the end. He's saying this, Yirmiyahu, the 39th chapter, verse 17 and 18, right? Oh, I'm sorry, I'm going to add 16 in there. It said, Go, and you shall speak to Abimelech the Cushite, saying, Thus says Yahuwah of hosts, the Elohim of Yisrael. See, I am bringing my words upon the city for evil and not for good. And they shall be before you in that day. I shall deliver you in that day, declares Yahweh, so that you are not given into the hands of men who are afraid. I shall rescue you. You shall not fall by the sword, but your life shall be as a prize to you. For you have put my for, for you have put your trust in me, declares Yahweh. This is part of the punishment that's going on there. Really has nothing to do with you. I'm gonna give you new leadership. I'm gonna give you new kings, people to follow. But you're not afraid of them because of who they are. I'm gonna come get you because y'all believe in me. Hmm. That's how we stay in this house. We don't bend, we don't capitulate, we don't fold, because the Most High coming against us. And the signs that He puts in front of us, because we are doers, we are shepherds. So we're not just gonna sit and wait idly by. No, that's not our thing. We get active to we get active through prayer. We get active through our patience. And when it's our time, we execute. Big.
Soaking that one in.
All right, shoot, you only got 30 minutes, man. Please, man, just keep it short, sir.
Alright, so
Soaking it in.
you basically said what I was gonna say. You basically said what I was gonna say, so there's no need for me to repeat it.
But no, it's a dramatical pause that we love, man. All right, on to the next, gentlemen. And they broke the monotony. Two people will have five, one person will have six. I'm gonna take my five early, gentlemen.
Sheesh.
Can't be greedy, gotta feed the needy. The word that came to Yirmiyahu from Yahweh after Nebuchadnezzar, the chief of the guard, had left him from Ramah, where he had taken him, bound in chains amongst all exiles from Jerusalem and Yehuda, who were being exiled to Babel. And the chief of the guard took Yirmiyahu and said to him, Yahweh, your Elohim, has spoken this event on this place, and, and Yahweh brought it on, and has done as he has said, because you have sinned against Yahweh and did not obey his voice. Therefore, this matter has come upon you. And now, see, I loosen you today from the chains that were on your hand. If it seemed good to you to come with me to Babel, come and I shall look after you. But if it seems wrong for you to come with me to Babel, remain here. See, all the land is before you. Go, whatever seems good and right for you to go. Before he replied, Nebu- Nebuzaradan said, or go back to Gildaliah, son of Aliquam, son of Shaphan, who the sovereign of Babel has made governor over the cities of Yehuda, and to dwell in with him among the people, or go wherever it seems right for you to go. And the chiefs of the guard gave him provisions and a gift and let him go. So you go away,
Yes.
take it away, Chef. Sorry.
Yep. Unless you want to take the six, no, okay. So Yahweh went to Gedalia, son of Ahikam, to Mitzvah. Excuse me, and dwelt with him among the people who were in the land, and all the commanders of the armies who were in the fields. They and their men heard that the sovereign of Babel had made Gedalia, son of Ahikam, governor in the land. And they had put him in charge of the men and women and children and the poor of the land who had not been exiled to Babel. So they came to Gedalia at Mitzvah, Ishmael the son of Nethanyahu, and Yohanan, and Yohanathan, excuse me, the sons of Kariah, and Steriah, the son of Tenumeth, sons of Hopai, Netophathite, Fathite, and Yezanyahu, the son of Makathite, they and their men. And Gedaliah, son of Achim, son of Shaphan, swore to them and their men, saying, "Do not be afraid of serving the Kestim. Dwell in the land and serve the sovereign of Babel, and it shall be well with you. I am dwelling at Mitzvah to serve the Kestim who come to us. Yet ye gather wine and summer fruit and oil, and put them in your vessels, and dwell in your cities which you have taken."
Also, when all the Yehudim were in Moab, and among the Ammonites in Edom, who were in all the lands, heard that the sovereign of Babel had left a remnant of Yehuda, and that he had set over them Gedaliah, son of Ahikam, son of Shaphan. Then all the Yehudim returned from all the places where they had been driven, and came to the land of Yehuda, and to Gedaliah at Mizpah, and gathered wine and summer fruit in large quantities. And Johanan, son of Kareah, and all the commanders of the army that were in the field came to Gedaliah at Mizpah, and they said to him, "Do you certainly know that Baalis, sovereign of the Ammonites, has sent Ishmael, son of Nethaniah, to strike you, a being?" But Gedaliah, son of Ahikam, would not believe him. Then Johanan, son of Kareah, spoke secretly to Gedaliah in Mizpah, saying, "Please let me go and strike Ishmael, son of Nethaniah, without anyone knowing it. Why should he murder you? And so let all the Yehudim who are gathered to you be scattered, and the remnant in Yehuda perish." But Gedaliah, son of Ahikam, said to Johanan, son of Kareah, "Do not do this matter, for that you are saying about Ishmael is not true."
Okay, let's gonna go off to the next one. But here, okay, so I guess this is okay. The lower houses, so they got rid of the nobles. That makes sense. So the lower houses, the common people are now left to stay in Jerusalem. Okay, got that. This is where all the even more weird stuff came about. Got that. Now you gotta come back and clean. Got it. Since this time has been dirty, this guy could come back and get cleaned. Been gone that long. That's my man. Okay. That's why we get to like the Maccabees. You get to that energy. I get it. I get that energy. Like, yo, there's a group of people that stayed true. Get it. Okay. Not to jump ahead. This is where they're at. There's two things. Okay. Wow. Big. I'm soaking that one in. I'm sorry, I just did it out loud.
Yeah, I'm fucking that one in.
Drop that wicked funky science on us. Shoot.
Aha, you're both sucking it in this time. It's my chance to shine.
He said,
I'm sucking that one in too.
Damn!
that was brilliant. He said, brilliant. Brilliant. Oh my god. Oh, wow, man. I thank you for all the. I'm gonna lead off with this big, but I want to hear you too. But I thank you, Father, for allowing us a little more discernment reading this, because I remember reading this, guys, and I'm like, I'm soaking that one in. But now it's like understanding time and place, like entering into a fourth dimension. Like being able to close my eyes and almost be there, right? Almost to where I can start to see the clothes that they're wearing, different from the clothes that the Kasim is wearing. We added the change of names, Nebu, Nebu, Nebu. All of their names is Yah, Yahoo, Yahoo, or Ye, or El in their names. Like looking at that difference culturally, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's. I wish I could draw this picture, but I really believe by the time you guys get there and I pray that we're in a position where production wise, we can have these little stories. I'm saying to bring our people back, like, guys, this was us at one point. We're still doing what we used to do. But let's just tell you the story so that way you don't take it personal now. But you guys are too sensitive. So I say demon. Okay, cool. You guys, oh, think I'm speaking evil. No, it's this different energy that's invading your vessel. And it's not of the Most High. That's all I'm saying. It comes in me and it goes. It's like a commercial. It comes into everyone. But guard against yourself. Guard yourself against that. And don't run with people that's gonna entertain that. Don't run with people that's it's about me, myself, and I. Because it's not. It never was. But he has his people. And he's gonna take care of his people. We just gotta walk in his ways. Not no confusing ways of the church. Not they pick out these verses for Easter. They got probably even Halloween verses. I don't know. Like they pick weird verses out and try to perverse it. You take it in full context. This is still a family. Because they're still talking about sons of sons for a reason. Still a family. Still part of a dynasty. They hid it. There's a lot that's hidden. And us being decoders are finding it out now. But you can see all already the mixing that's going to start to take place. Already the lower houses have it, which is okay. But now the mixing. So that's like saying Russia do take over and they take these people back to Russia, blah, blah, blah. But there's going to be people they leave in charge. And these people probably going to have some Russian leanings to them. Of course they will. Just think about it on that. We taking. I'm taking here, there, but we really need to take here. I mean there, here in our hearts and just to understand. At the end of the day, even our King Yahshua taught them, love the Most High with everything you have. Love your brother like you love yourself. So with that being said, gentlemen, um, give me a few minutes to compose myself because there's certain things I gotta get my like a decompression. Like when you in the spirit sometime, it's got to decompress. Because Big, you didn't hear this when Pooh jumped on. I was actually reading it on our behalf just to give us the credit. It's weird how I was like, Father, I just want us to have the credit. I'm going to read it on behalf of us. And then boom, here come Pooh. I was like, all right, we start playing. Then here, boom, you come, the disciplinarian, chief operation officer. Hey guys, let's play after we do this. Yes, sir, you got it. I was disciplined as dad. Pooh was disciplined as dad. We just started eating ice cream. So, junk food. Didn't even say, ooh, ice cream. But thank you. And thank all of us for being malleable. Like, I don't know. I don't know what an ego could say. Like, oh man, Big, don't tell me what to do. You can't talk to me like that, sir. I don't know how to. I'm so far removed from the ego, and I don't even want to know how I was thinking. But I'm so honored. Like we're in the spirit. We're in tune to where it's like, all right, bing, 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 and we got it done. We still got it done as his children. Like this is the get done crew. And I'm not trying to say, oh, because we did this, look what's gonna happen. I promise you guys, there's gonna be most high moments during the next week, and you just gotta do like it's just him. Like I I just did my little part and he did the rest. I'm not gonna lie. Cause if you think my dad, this knucklehead, did it all on his own, figured this all out by himself, I got bridges to sell you in Brooklyn. I think I got a DC bridge too. Is this still on sale, Big? Yep, it's on sale. Got bridges to sell you. Cause yeah, it's not us. It's not. It's really not. We're just gonna be elevated in position just because of our faith. We're not gonna we're gonna be walking in places people are gonna be scared to go. And we're gonna like, what y'all get though? Like, what was it? That guy? You scared of that guy? Oh, okay. Father, you do what you want. Well, you tell us what you want to do. If it's a breaking of the bones, thinking of the mist, so fine. Okay. I don't have a problem with that. I just gotta get better with my sons. So guys, give me five. And Big, you wanna hop on?
Yeah.
You're already on. All right, yeah. Give me less than five.
Alright.
Give me a moment. I'm getting ourselves a cool
Okay.
pop.
Alright,
You don't
stream.
have time to use the bathroom, man.
Another Sabbath.